Welcome once again to another video of Jean-Claude watches, and today I am gonna be showing him a movie trailer, and the movie is Showdown in Little Tokyo. Have you heard about that movie?
No.
No? Well, I have it right here. Have you heard about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got this years ago. It's a double feature. This is a DVD. So you see on one side of the disc, Showdown in Little Tokyo, and Bloodsport on the other side of the disc. So you haven't heard about Showdown in Little Tokyo ever, right?
No.
What about the name Dolph Lundgren?
Yeah, right there.
yeah. But do you know who he is?
Him.
Yes. Okay. I mean to say, have you seen him in a different movie?
Yeah.
Where?
What's it called? Is it? No, not the. Forgot what it's called, but I know I've seen him in another movie. It's that one, but I forgot what it's called.
Universal Soldier.
Yeah, Universal Soldier.
But where else? There's another movie. Actually, that was your very first Dolph Lundgren movie. I'll give you a clue. Boxing.
Oh, Rocky.
Which one?
The third. Fourth.
Four. Yeah, Rocky 4. He was Ivan Drago in that movie. Okay, so you know about Bruce Lee, right?
Mhm.
You already watched Enter the Dragon with me the other day. But what about the name Brandon Lee? Have you heard that name?
Brandon Lee.
Yeah, Brandon Lee.
Yeah, it says it right there.
Yeah, it says right there. But have you heard that name? Do you know who he is or who he
No.
was? All right, well, Brandon Lee, just like the name says, right? He was Bruce Lee's son. Okay?
I was thinking brother.
No, the brother's son. Yeah, he was his son. So I think if I remember right, Bruce Lee, well, he passed away. I think he was 32 or 33 years old when he passed away. And Brandon Lee, he passed away too. He was, oh my goodness, he was like 28 or 29. He wasn't even 30 when he passed away. Brandon Lee, it was a real tragedy, and he passed away in a movie. Like he was filming a movie. He was in a movie, and an accident happened, and he died. Like he died because of during the filming of that movie. And that movie is The Crow, which is a movie I am going to introduce you soon. All right. So Showdown in Little Tokyo. So this movie is from 1991, and it was directed by the same director, I think, Mark Lester. He directed the movie Commando. Remember that one? Yeah, you've seen it. It's with Arnold Schwarzenegger. When he, oh my goodness, he he kills a lot of people in that one. He paints his face. He has a big rocket launcher. You've seen it. You and Chance, you saw it one time. Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Dodge from Predator.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's his movie Commando. So the guy who directed Showdown in Little Tokyo, he directed Commando too, which is a movie you saw. I think you've seen it once or twice. That's it. You haven't seen it more than that. So I'm gonna tell you what the movie is about very quick, like Showdown in Little Tokyo. So the bad guys, okay, these are Japanese. They are called the Yakuza. The Yakuza is like the Japanese mafia or the gangsters, okay, so they're bad guys. So this gang, these Yakuzas, they used to do a lot of corruption back in Japan, okay. In this case, they were going from different businesses, like Japanese businesses, like stores and restaurants, and they were asking for money, or otherwise they would destroy the store or the restaurant. So they wanted money. So they wanted money for protection from themselves, pretty much. So that was back in Japan, right? So when people from Japan, when they moved to the United States of America, right? In this case, in LA, in Los Angeles, the Yakuzas, they also moved here to America, and they wanted to do the same thing that they were doing back in Japan. So they wanted money from these restaurants and small businesses. So they were collecting money, and if you were not going to pay that fee, they would destroy your business. So that's what they were doing here in America until they are stopped by this cop. So this movie, Showdown in Little Tokyo, is a movie. It's like it's a buddy cop movie. Okay, so we have Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee. They both are cops, and they team up and they fight against the Yakuzas, and that's pretty much what the movie is about. So it's a pretty simple story. And I remember watching that movie. I think the first time when I watched that movie, I was older than you. Probably I was maybe 12 or 14. I can't remember, but I was a little older than you. And this movie, I like that movie pretty good. Now the movie is not like I think in Rotten Tomatoes, it doesn't have like a high score. When the movies are really good, the score is high. This one, the score is a little low, but I like that movie, like pretty good. It has very good action. Now the action is like it's kind of cheesy. It has a lot of action that is over the top, like it's a little exaggerated. Okay, for instance, I want to give an example. There is a scene when Dolph Lundgren, he pretty much gets into a deadlift position, and he flips a car because the bad guys are shooting at him. So he flips the car, and he uses the car
for like a shield.
Yeah, as a shield, so that way the bullets won't go through. And another scene is like one scene from Michael Myers. Like there's a bad guy. I don't know if the bad guy is in front of the door or in front of the wall. And then Dolph Lundgren, he goes to the wall or the door and grabs the guy. But stuff like that, those were typical in those movies from the 80s and 90s, like the action movies. That was kind of typical. So it's over the top action. But that's one of the reasons why I like the movie. Well, there's like two reasons that why I like the movie, and I'm gonna tell you why. The first reason why I like the movie Showdown in Little Tokyo is because the chemistry that Brandon Lee and Dolph Lundgren that they have in the movie, because they become friends. So the chemistry of both of them is like top notch. It's like so natural. I really like their chemistry as friends or partners, in the movie. And another reason why, which is pretty memorable, is because I like the physique that Dolph Lundgren has. Do you know what I mean by physique? I like the way his body looks. He looks really good. You know how when he was Ivan Drago in Rocky, he was pretty ripped, right? Like he was pretty slim with the muscles. Like he was pretty cut, right? You could see the abs and everything, right? A lot. So to me, there he was pretty ripped. Now there is another movie. It's called Red Scorpion. And in that movie, Dolph Lundgren, he's a little younger, and he looks a little bigger in that movie because he's not as defined. Like his muscles, they don't pop up as much. I mean, they do, but not as much like in Rocky 4. So he's a little bulky in Red Scorpion. I mean, you can see he's a little fuller, like a little like the chest, the pecs, they come up a little more. He's a little thicker. But in Showdown in Little Tokyo, he looks his best ever, to me, in that movie. Meaning he's in the middle between he's not too ripped, and he's not too bulky. He's like in that sweet spot. Like he's big enough and ripped enough. You know what I'm saying? Like he looks really good. So that's another reason why I think in that movie his physique, his body looks the best. That's what I think. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you this trailer. Are you ready to watch it? Yeah. Now the trailer, let me tell you, it's not that good. That trailer. It's only like 90 seconds long, and you know, like sometimes they're good trailers and sometimes there are bad trailers. So this trailer is not that good, but it's not like horrible. It's just not that good. But I think the movie is better than the trailer. Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's watch it. 1, 2, and 3.
For over 400 years, they've developed their own mysterious traditions. For over 400 years, they've had a strict code of honor and unparalleled standards of respect. For over 400 years, they have terrorized the streets of Japan. Now, they want to control the city of Los Angeles.
They're destroying the businesses.
Determined to leave their mark in blood. Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee
Bam.
are ready for a showdown in Little Tokyo. They're two LA cops who are hungry for a little takeout.
Kudos to the dog.
Dolph Lundgren, Brandon Lee,
Boom.
showdown in Little Tokyo.
That was the trailer.
That was so short. It felt like it was like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's 85 seconds long, so it's pretty short. Do you like the trailer, or do you think it looks like I told you, like kind of alright?
It's the same like you said.
Yeah, kind of alright.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the movie's better. The movie's better, and like I told you, I mean, the chemistry with those two is pretty cool on screen. And Brandon Lee in this movie, he says like funny comments, like funny things, like quick jokes when he's fighting. You know, like Spider-Man does. You know, like in the video game that you're playing right now.
Yeah.
He says funny things when he's fighting with the bad guys. Yeah, so he does the same thing. So it's a fun movie. We're gonna see it. We wanna see this movie, Showdown in Little Tokyo, soon. What about you guys? Have you seen a Showdown in Little Tokyo? Maybe you saw it in theaters. If that's the case, let us know down in the comments below. Also, let us know what's your favorite Brandon Lee movie and what's your favorite Dolph Lundgren movie. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please don't forget and give it a thumbs up. And if you are not a subscriber yet, please subscribe to the channel. And we are gonna see you very soon in another video. And until then, chocca la mano.